Good morning. Welcome to Weaved Web Recovery. Today's Tuesday, May 24th. This is Ryan W. here, and this is my buddy Bobby W.
Good morning.
We're going to start with the just for today. As we grow, we learn to overcome the tendency to run and hide from ourselves and our feelings. Basic text, page 85. Rather than risk vulnerability, many of us have developed habits that keep others at a safe distance. These patterns of emotional isolation can give us the feeling we are hopelessly locked behind our masks. We used to take risks with our lives, now we can take risks with our feelings. Yeah. Through sharing with other addicts, we learn that we are not unique. We do not make ourselves unduly vulnerable simply by letting others know who we are, for we are in good company. And by working the 12 steps of the NA program, we grow and change. We no longer want or need to hide our emerging selves. We are offered the opportunity to shed the emotional camouflage we developed to survive our active addiction. By opening ourselves to others, we risk becoming vulnerable, but that risk is well worth the rewards. With the help of our sponsor and other recovering addicts, we learn how to express our feelings honestly and openly. In turn, we become nourished and encouraged by the unconditional love of our companions. As we practice spiritual principles, we find strength and freedom, both in ourselves and in those around us. We are set free to be ourselves and to enjoy the company of our fellow addicts. Just for today, I will openly and honestly share with another recovering addict. I will risk becoming vulnerable and celebrate myself and my friendship with other NA members. I will grow. Okay. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. In 12-step work, the second thing is confession. By frankly sharing with prospects, we get them talking about their own experiences. They will open up and confess things to us that they haven't been able to tell other people, and they feel better when this confession has been made. It's a great load off their minds to get these things out into the open. It's the things that are kept hidden that weigh on the mind. They feel a sense of release and freedom when they have opened up their hearts to us. Do I care enough about other alcoholics to help them to make a confession? Meditation for the day. I should help others all I can. Every troubled soul that God puts in my path is the one for me to help.
Wow.
As I sincerely try to help, a supply of strength will flow into me from God. My circle of helpfulness will widen more and more. God hands out the spiritual food to me and I pass it on to the others. I must never say that I have only enough strength for my own need. The more I give away, the more I will keep. That which I keep to myself, I will lose in the end. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have a sincere willingness to give. I pray that I may not hold back the strength I have received for myself alone.
Yes.
Happy, joyous, and free. We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. We cannot subscribe to belief that this life is value of tears, though it once was just that for many of us. But it is clear that we made our own misery. Avoid then the deliberate manufacture of misery, but if trouble comes, cheerfully capitalize it as an opportunity to demonstrate His omnipotence. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 133. For years I believed in a punishing God and blamed Him for my misery. I have learned that I must lay down the weapons of self in order to pick up the tools of the AA program. I do not struggle with the program because it is a gift, and I have never struggled when receiving a gift. If I sometimes keep my struggling, it is because I'm still hanging on to my old ideas, and the results are nil. Yeah, I think the whole concept around, at least for me, the whole concept around having enough strength to help others, God putting people in your path to assist. He gives you the strength. Don't waste it. Don't hold on to it. It's there for a reason. As I turn the tide from being a newcomer to more of a seasoned recovery specialist, I'll call myself.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the need to help and impart some wisdom that I have in the almost 8 months sober, and trying to shift from being that vulnerable newcomer, fresh out of rehab, looking for answers. Now it's my turn to start, helping people and being there for them,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and start to, you know, take them to meetings if they need to, be there to listen if they want to talk, share my own experiences in meetings, to help others feel safer. And I've learned that feel more a sense of belonging, I guess. Because if you just sit silent in a room, people tend not to trust you as much. But when you're open with your feelings,
Good observation.
people tend to trust you because they can empathize, they can relate,
Yeah.
and it helps them feel safer about opening up. So that's all I've got today. Bobby,
Oh.
what do you have?
Wow. The word vulnerable,
Yeah.
right? And you was just saying something about that, and I want to say, I used to listen to this preacher, and they would always say, "Don't afraid," right? So when we're vulnerable, right? Like when a person goes to a meeting and they're the speaker, being vulnerable, telling your story, right? In life, telling your story that you can you can do it afraid, right? But you just saying about when you do something as a newcomer, you're afraid to say anything. But when you hear someone else say something, it gives them the hope, the strength, the courage to do it themselves. Like you give out your vulnerability like by telling the truth about yourself, right? And when you tell the truth about yourself, you become free.
Yeah.
Right, that's the reward. It's a risk, but it's a reward, right? And I look at that like saying that I'm gonna tell you who I really am. I'm gonna be transparent about who I really am. So then you can see me. Then you can tell me who you are.
Yeah.
You can tell me
Right.
who you are. And when you tell me who you are, you're free to be you, right? With no care for the judgment that may come your way, right? Not that you don't care, but it's not going to harm you in a way that's going to stop you, right? If anything, like some things be happening to me, even while I'm here, right? And I be like, I'm so upset. It said be angry, but do not sin. So I think about how I respond and not react, right? So I'm vulnerable in that moment where as though I don't want you to think I'm as they say on the street, a coon, a sucker, a chump, or whatever, right? But today I say thank you because I'm a square. I'm shaped the way I'm supposed to be shaped, right? I'm doing the things that's helping me to come out of that, right? That it don't keep me.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't keep me. That doesn't shape me.
Right.
Your words don't shape me, right? So if I'm vulnerable enough to tell you the truth, that and listen, I don't like how you talk to me. I'm telling you the truth. Right? I can be afraid to tell you that in a way where if I can't tell you by words, but I got to tell you by action. No, I'm going to tell you in words. So I'm saying I'm vulnerable today. I'm saying we all are vulnerable today to be honest, right? It gives us the freedom to be who we really are, right? And listen, it takes us away from the street image, the alcoholic, the addict, and the ways that we will be walking in the street mentality or the addictive mentality, alcoholic mentality, the gambler's mentality, right? The mentality of an addict or a person that don't know how to behave.
Right.
And I want to choose to behave. So I'm vulnerable in that state where as though you might see me one way and I am walking in another. So I want to thank you, Ryan. I want the audience to understand being vulnerable. Do it afraid. Take the risk and get the reward. Thanks for letting me share.
Hey, thanks. Thanks to all the new subscribers.
Yes.
We really appreciate it, and we'll keep spinning these out for you. It's great for us. We really enjoy it. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you soon.